Coach Bach could not be here with us this evening. It's important that we reflect on his incredible career. Mr. Bach, a coaching icon on the collegiate, professional, and international levels, is one of the greatest basketball minds of all time. A defensive specialist, he has been credited with helping the Chicago Bulls to win 3 straight NBA championships and is still the all-time winningest coach in Fordham University basketball history. A member of the great class of 1948, Johnny Bach is truly a man of Fordham. The Johnny Bach Award is presented annually to an individual whose life has had a substantial and lasting impact on the sport of basketball and who best emulates Mr. Bach's drive and passion for excellence. Last April, I was in Indianapolis at an NCAA meeting, and I had the pleasure of calling Coach Bach about tonight's recipient. I thought he was going to jump through the cell phone. He was so thrilled that Doug Collins would be receiving the award named in his honor. He said, "I love that guy." He so much wanted to be here tonight. Please keep Coach Bach in your prayers. Tonight's recipient is so deserving of this award based on his outstanding career as a player, a coach, and a TV analyst. He has done it all, always representing the sport of basketball with class. He's a 1973 graduate of Illinois State University, where he was a consensus first-team All-American. In 2007, the court in Redbird Arena was named Doug Collins Court in recognition of the career he had at Illinois State. He played on the 1972 United States Olympic team. Coach Bach was an assistant to Hank Iba for that team. In 1973, Doug was the #1 overall pick in the NBA draft selected by the Philadelphia 76ers. He was also the #1 pick in the ABA draft. He played 8 years for the 76ers. He was a 4-time NBA All-Star, reaching the NBA Finals in 1977. He finished his NBA career averaging 17.9 points per game, 3.2 rebounds, and 3.3 assists per game. Coach Collins began his NBA coaching career in 1986 as head coach of the Chicago Bulls. He led the Bulls to 3 playoff appearances and the 1989 Eastern Conference Finals. He also served as head coach of the Detroit Pistons, the Washington Wizards, and the 76ers. Over his 11-year coaching career, he led teams to the playoffs 7 times. He currently serves as an NBA analyst for ABC and ESPN. He regularly appears on the show NBA Countdown. He also provides analysis during game telecasts and makes regular appearances across the many ESPN platforms. In 2009, Doug was the recipient of the prestigious Kirk Gowdy Award for the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. Doug is incredibly bright, and it's my understanding he has a photographic memory. He's a true man for others, as he is caring, thoughtful, and spiritual. He's a terrific mentor to many, including current NBA and college coaches. His family has always come first. He is a terrific husband, father, and grandfather. It's truly an honor and a privilege to present the Johnny Bach Award to Doug Collins.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dave. I guess that makes me old, all that stuff he was talking about. But what an honor it is for me to be here tonight. I know how Fordham University feels about Johnny Bach, and I know how he feels about you. I guess one of the things that I feel very blessed about more than anything else is that as a young man, I was understanding of what wisdom is all about and how important it is to have people with wisdom with you, especially when they're so well versed in doing something that you're trying to do for the first time. And Johnny Bach is my mentor, and I'm very proud to say that. As Dave was talking about, we were together in the Olympics in 1972 when we both got our collective hearts broken in the infamous gold medal game. We were together in Chicago, in Washington, in Philadelphia, and in Detroit. When I got the call about the award, I was thrilled. You know, a lot of things in life mean certain things to you, but Johnny has been like a father to me, and all that he's done in the game and what he has meant to the game of basketball, I think he passed on to me. For people who don't know him, he's an incredible artist. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his paintings. He's an incredible calligrapher. He is just such a man of so many wonderful talents. But the thing is, he's passionate and he's proud. And I think he got a lot of that here. And this is really my first time at Fordham. And I walked in here tonight, and I was sort of blown away by the beauty of the place. And I know great things are getting ready to happen here. I just sat with Jeff. You got a dynamic young head coach. This is a place of great tradition. And I know that you are all fighting to get that feeling back once again of Fordham being relevant on the college basketball map. And you young players in this room, you have a great opportunity ahead of you. The one thing I was always taught as a young person is wherever you go, leave your mark. What do you represent? Who are you? So when you leave there, what does your name mean? And how about your name representing the team that started the excellence of Fordham basketball back again? I know the great people who've walked through these doors, and I know the people who've worn that Fordham uniform and who've coached. And you should be incredibly proud every single night to walk out and represent this school. A couple things I want to share with you. You know, wherever I've gone, I've never really started at the top. I've hopefully worked myself there. But when I went to Illinois State University, I was 6 feet tall, weighed 150 pounds, and was not recruited by that many schools. I played for the first black coach in Division I basketball, Will Robinson. And we became a Division I school. I became the leading scorer there, the first pick. I played in the Olympics, and as Dave was saying, my name is on the court. And so when I walk back there and I walk in that gym, the memories that flood me are every single day being a college student and never ever, and so often wanting to say, I wish I could just live that moment once again. And I guess what I'm saying to you young people is take every one of these precious days and make something special out of them. Your worst day at 19, you could thrive. You'd be killing for at age 50. Okay? And the essence of being on a team, there's nothing like being on a team. Everybody always asks me, do you miss coaching? I don't miss coaching. Do you miss playing? I don't miss playing. I miss being on a team, being in that locker room and preparing to go out and play and compete and to do everything you can on that particular night to be the best team you can possibly be. And I just want to share a couple things here with you. I know I don't have a lot of time, but I'd like to share a couple things. Wherever I've gone, it's, as I said before, when I went to Chicago, they had won 30 games. When I went to Detroit, they had won 27. When I went to Washington, they had won 19. When I went to Philly, they had won 27. My first year in Chicago, we were plus 10. The next year, plus 10. The next year, we were in the Eastern Conference Finals. Detroit, my first year, we were plus 18. Washington, my first year, we were plus 18. Philly, my first year, we were plus 14. And I guess you're saying, well, what was your recipe? Well, I'm going to tell you what my recipe is, and this is what I want you guys to do this year, and I was telling Jeff this. You can't ever dictate the level of talent you have in your program when you take over, but there's certain things you can do. And this team, I want you to strive. Can you be the best conditioned team in your conference? Can you be as well prepared as any team that you're playing against? Can you be the most competitive? You're going to play a style that people don't want to play against. People don't want to be pressed. They don't want to be harassed. They don't want people getting into their bodies. They don't want to play against that. People like to play against comfort. Well, I mean, realize what you can do. But you know what? You're 4-38 this program, 4-38 on the road in the last 3 years. So what do you have to do to win on the road? You have to have great energy. You have to be tough. Defense travels. That ball's not always going to go in the basket. Defense travels. You can be a team. And every night when you walk in that gym, say, man, we don't want to see Fordham. We don't want to play against those guys. And establish a style and own that. This is who we are. Every single night, this is what you're going to get. When these fans walk in, do you understand how much entertainment there is now in this world today? Why does anybody want to come and watch a Fordham basketball game? Well, you know what? Show them. That first night you step out on that floor, show them why they should come and support you, why they should come and cheer for you, why they should come and want to be a part of this. Everything starts somewhere, not always at the top. So you're here. So how do you get to where you want to be? And there's two words I use all the time. I say trust and truth. To me, it's the essence of everything, trust and truth. Do you develop a level of trust between your coaches and yourself, between your teammates? And if you have that level of trust, can you speak the truth to one another? Because that's when you really, really can grow, when you really speak the truth. And you can't speak the truth without trust because it's personal. So every day that you're in that gym, you're developing a level of trust that that guy's with me. When we're getting ready to get on this bus or we're going to go play somewhere, I got 15 guys, I got the trainer, I got my coaches. Other than that, this is my team. Every single day, this is who we're going to be. And then another thing that I say is like, so you have trust, you have truth. Are you committed? Are you all in? Are you all in? And then are you accountable? Do you look at each other in the eye? And there's no greater leadership ever than player to player. When your teammate looks you in the eye and says, you know what, you're not bringing it. We need you, man. You got to bring it tonight. But again, that's speaking the truth. And to do that, you got to have trust. And to do that, you got to get in the gym. And you got to have each other's backs every single night, every day. And when that practice leaves, you look in the eye and say, guys, are we better today than we were yesterday? If we are, then we're making all right. We're heading in the right direction. You put your hands together and say, you know what, I can't wait to get in the gym tomorrow. Because one of these days, you're going to die for that day. You can play 2 hours worth of basketball. Just let me play 2 hours. Like I said, tomorrow, if I knew I was going to die in a 24-hour day, I'd say, give me 2 hours of playing basketball, the best I've ever played it. And then give me 22 hours with my family, and you can take me. You can take me. You can't get that time back. You can't get it back. And the other thing about being on a team, there's a thing called being a role, having a role. And I had this big sign in Philadelphia, believe in your role, stay in your role, star in your role. Be a star in what you do. And every single night, those players on your team know what you're going to bring. Be that guy. And if you do that, if all you guys want to do that, I'm telling you, you're going to love the results. And you know what? I know one thing, Johnny Bach will be proud of you too. Because that's what Johnny Bach was all about. Johnny Bach was a military guy. He was all about team. He was all about never being alone, always having your back. And Johnny Bach, in my darkest moments as a coach, I knew I could always go to him, and he would put his arm around me, and he would say, take a deep breath. We're going to get through this. It's going to be okay. Because he had wisdom. He had been through it. He knew, and I trusted him. And today, a big part of me being here is because of Johnny Bach. And because of that, as I stand here today, I want you to know how much this means to me. Yeah, I've had a lot of nice awards, but this man, I love him, and I will always love him. And let's keep him in our prayers. Let's pray for Johnny Bach, that he's going to be okay. All right? Thank you so much, and please have a great year this year.
Thank you, Doug. When we came into tonight, we said we'd be doing two things. The first is honoring both Doug Collins and Johnny Bach. The other is introducing this new Fordham basketball team for the 2015-16 campaign. At this point, I'd like for us to maybe turn our attention to that. Now, I was hoping as we go around the room, instead of clapping for an intermediate length of time, one solid clap from everyone for each player. So I'm going to have every player stand up. I'll announce you. And if we can get just one solid, can we practice this real quick? So if I say, starting at guard, Mike Watts. All right? All right, let's do it. All right? A redshirt sophomore guard from Rochester, New York, number 0, Antoine Anderson. A sophomore forward from Queensland, Australia, number 55, Dakiba Batty Aston. A freshman forward from Plymouth, Massachusetts, number 21, Jesse Bunting. We're pretty good at this. I'm pretty impressed. A senior center from Danvers, Massachusetts, number 42, Ryan Canty. A freshman guard from Quebec, Canada, number 12, Joseph Chartouni. A freshman forward from Orangeburg, New York, number 40, Chris Downing. A freshman guard out of Gulfport, Mississippi, number 4, Jashir Hardnett. Junior guard out of New Hope, Pennsylvania, number 13, Matt Massimino. A freshman forward from the Czech Republic, number 22, David Pekarik. By way of Queens, New York, senior forward, number 30, Ryan Rooms. A sophomore guard from Maspeth, New York, number 5, Thomas Sanchez. A sophomore forward from Leverkusen, Germany, number 43, Christian Sangfelder. From Brooklyn, a junior guard, number 10, John Severe. From Memphis, Tennessee, a freshman guard, number 1, Nick Smith. Our final senior, a guard hailing from Rochester, New York, number 23, Mandel Thomas. And finally, a sophomore from Montreal, Quebec, number 3, Nemanja Zarkovic. Let's hear it for the 2015-16 Fordham men's basketball team. So that's the cast of characters. Those are the players that you're going to see on the court. At this point, we'd like to welcome the final speaker this evening. He'll lead these men. Please welcome head coach Jeff Neubauer.
Thank you, Mike. First of all, I was speaking a few months ago in New Jersey. Father McShane and I were both there. And when I went home after the presentation, I keep a little journal, a little book of things not to do. And immediately that night I got back to my hotel room and I wrote in there, never follow Father McShane as a speaker. Well, I think you all can imagine what I'm going to write when I go home tonight. Obviously, I'm never going to follow Doug Collins as a speaker. And Doug, thank you very much. Doug, you mentioned in your talk leaving your mark every time that you went somewhere. I think everyone in this room is going to remember tonight and remember the mark that you've left on Fordham basketball. So thank you. So I think I've got 3 jobs here tonight. The first is to thank all of you who are here, who have supported Fordham basketball, Fordham athletics. If you have shown love for Fordham, donated money to Fordham, done anything to support the men's basketball program, I'm letting you know that you're courageous. All right? You're still here with us. It's been a tough road, but the future begins right now. And we are very excited, as Father shared with you earlier, about this team. He talked about my press conference and how I mentioned we don't have a 5-year plan, we have a 1-year plan. That plan is now a 50-day plan. So we have trimmed it, and we have 50 days. And in these next 50 days, we have 9 games in this building on this campus. All right. My point is, for our players, Johnny Bach told a former coach at Fordham, never, ever, ever, ever lose at home. Does that sound like something Coach Bach would say? All right. So that's what I'm saying to you young men. To the rest of you, we need you in there. We've scheduled 9 home games to start this new era, and if we show up and we don't have 3,000 people in there, then we don't have the right idea. We need every one of you to bring 10 of your favorite enemies, best friends. I don't care who you bring, but we need to have 3,000 people in the arena 9 times here in November and December. It's a 50-day plan. My other job here tonight, other than just thanking you for your support, is to give you a taste of what is to come. And what is to come is a team that's going to play basketball the right way. And so Doug talked about an aggressive style. That's who we've been. That's who we hope to be. But playing basketball the right way is absolutely putting defense first above anything, meaning that you are committed to being a defender. And that's what our team is going to do for you. That's what your team is going to do for you. They're going to play the right way. And at the offensive end, that means sharing the ball and making an extra pass. And that's what your team is going to do for you this year. My final job here tonight is to introduce our coaching staff. And when this team does have success this year, I am asking all of you in this room to thank our young men, to thank our seniors, Ryan Rooms, Ryan Canty, and Mandel Thomas, for bringing Fordham basketball back. But the other people I'm asking you to thank are our assistant coaches. So, in the room tonight, our strength coach Willie Cruz has class down at the Lincoln Center campus, so he's not here tonight. But we do have, just stand up. All right, when I name the assistant coach, let's get 7 claps and then, all right, just remain standing. Mark Richmond. Mike DePauli, Jaden Eukin, Tony Childs, Rodney Crawford, and I know I'm missing one dude. Who is it? Lid? Lid, stand up. Khalid's obviously a Fordham graduate. This is our coaching staff. Give them a hand. Thank you, guys. When we do win this year, don't say anything to the head coach. I mean this. You thank these young men that are so eager to get out there and compete for you and for your university. Thank your 3 seniors that are going to lead this charge. And then also thank our coaching staff. Thank you very much.
So we're going to do a couple more things before we move on here tonight. Thank you, Coach Neubauer, for those thoughts, and certainly not only the athletic department, but athletic development and special events who helped put on such a great event tonight. Everyone working the service at the tables, all the way to the people who work behind the scenes in this athletic department. If we could give them a round of applause for the amount of effort they put in day and day out. Thank you. I'd like to remind everyone the season officially begins Saturday, November 14th, University of Texas, Arlington. Tip-off 7:30 Central Time. If you'd like more information, there's a pregame reception down there. You can check it out on the way out or on FordhamSports.com. Before we go, one thought that I've been thinking about since I was asked to do this. The last 4 years I've gotten this tremendous opportunity through WFUV and as a student to have a front row seat to all these programs having great revivals. I went to the men's soccer A-10 championship. The women's basketball team wins their A-10 championship. Softball, I go to Tallahassee for NCAAs. Football, they go to New Hampshire. They go to Towson. I get to cover all those games. It's a tremendous opportunity for me. Tonight, we get an opportunity to get a front row seat to the revival of Fordham basketball. This is a tremendous opportunity because it doesn't end tonight. If you give up your front row seat tonight, that's a disappointment. It means coming to games. It means coming to the 9 games at Rose Hill. It means going to the Barclays Center. It means going to the A-10 games. It means if you know someone out of town who's a Fordham fan, you got to tell them when we're at Duquesne. You got to tell them when we're at Davidson, if we're going there this year. Not quite sure. You need to let them know these things, because if you give up your front row seat, well, you're missing out on an opportunity to see this tremendous rebirth of Fordham basketball. And as everyone's mentioned before me, the tradition of this program certainly leads us to be very excited. So thank you all for coming tonight, and certainly look forward to seeing you in the Rose Hill Gym moving forward. Thank you.